Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today I'm bringing you some Kayle Leona gameplay. And the reason I'm doing that is because this is one of the best aggro decks out there right now. If you haven't heard of it, it's kind of playing very similar to the old Katarina Leona decks. Instead that now we play Kayle, now that she costs 5, to be able to just really buff up our wide board, and sometimes you actually get to level her up and win with her. And instead of playing Katarina, we're playing Shumpo, or Chumpo, whichever way you want to say it, to actually get the rally off, because the rally is still very important for this archetype, right? This deck wins a couple of ways. You're able to win through the Leona package, which are able to stun the opponent's blockers to just push damage, or you're able to win by just going super aggressive early on. And a lot of times you're kind of doing admissible, right? A lot of times you're kind of going really aggressive early on with the Pigeon, Rearguard, Solaris Soldier, and then switching on to a game plan where you're kind of just stunning the opponent's board to kind of have your units go through. Because the one thing that this deck lacks is a lot of reach, right? We don't have a lot of overwhelm units aside from Kayle. That's why we're also playing Double Might. The Double Might allows us to actually finish games with Kayle, even if Kayle is not actually leveled up, or even to put it on a Sun Guardian to just push that last bit of damage that you need to actually commit lethal. Honestly, aggro is in a really great spot right now in the meta, especially because Ryze continues to be so popular. And this version of aggro, because it has rally, is also able to do pretty well against control decks such as Feel the Rush. The only decks that I really struggle with this deck tend to be Nora decks, because Nora deck seems to have like unlimited number of blockers, but almost every other deck you're able to kind of go toe-to-toe with. Against other aggro decks, your units tend to have beefer stats, right? You do have the stuns, you have the Leona, you have the Sun Guardians, which can get a lot bigger than what other aggro decks like Pirate aggro can do. So it allows you to kind of be able to stabilize against them and kind of set up for more like a Leona game plan. If you're going against a deck that relies on like a unit that goes really big, like an Ornn, you're able to just stun them with Leona, etc. So you have a lot of advantage against these slower type of decks. Again, the only time that you struggle is when the opponent has a lot of blockers, a lot of blockers, and usually that means Nora decks or Bando City Swarm decks like Tristana can also be very annoying because they can have a lot of chump blockers that slow down your game plan. Overall, though, again, the game plan with this deck is simple. Start with your early units, push as much damage as you can early on, and then kind of transition to the Daybreak package where you kind of get a lot of value. If you can drop your Kayle, it makes even your small units like your House Spiders can be a really big threat, and kind of go from there. Anyways, hope you enjoy the games coming up soon. If you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. I'll see you at the end of the video for some additional mulligan tips. Enjoy. In this matchup, we're gonna get Zoe Leona Asol, so it's gonna be like a Daybreak versus Daybreak deck, right? We do have a pretty good hand, though. I don't like the fact that I'm not attacking on turn 2, right? So it makes the Shield Bearer a little bit worse. I like the Baboon because it gives me some value, right? Some card generation. We got Rearguard. We can go Solaris Soldier here instead of Rearguard. That's great. Yeah, so now we go Solaris Soldier. That would let us kind of like advance the Kayle a little bit, which is nice. Question is, do we develop? And by develop, I mean, do we develop next turn, or do we just like open attack? I think I like the idea of just open attacking here. Pushing another 7 before the opponent can develop like a Sun Guardian. Boom. So we go like this. If the opponent doesn't want to block with Zoe, that's cool with me. Because the opponent can have their own Sun Guardian. Yeah, so the opponent's already down at 10 for some reason. And there we go, just like we expected. We go Crimson Pigeon, we go Kayle. This is a little bit of a concern because the opponent can have a stun. That's a lot of units. Unfortunately, the opponent's Guardians are going to be bigger than I would like them to be. Right, so their units will be bigger than I would like them to be. So I think I'm going to have to go like this, go Crimson Pigeon, and then go Kayle. Opponent could have Leona, and could also have this. I guess the opponent has a choice. They either do the stun here, or they do the Leona. They cannot do both. They could have single combat or something like that as well. Yeah, if I'm the opponent, I'm doing the single combat now. Yeah, that makes sense. That might have been a good reason for us not to block, to be honest, because now we have one less unit that we could have blocked with. I'm just gonna slap down the Kayle though. Force the opponent to commit another single combat here, or again to have the stun, or they could have the Leona. The Leona is just gonna mess up this Sun Guardian. Okay, so Consider Strike. Sure. I'm cool with that. I'm gonna go here so that the opponent doesn't have a good block with Zoe. They're still gonna have to trade the whole units. And they're still gonna be in a very bad position, right? They're gonna have to still trade the whole hand. So if we didn't block last turn, we would have taken... This wouldn't have been able to die, right? Because this would be a 5 HP. If you want to go down to 3, that's so risky. Considering how wide we can go. But it does make sense from their perspective to do it this way. Alright. Opponent's really committed to keeping that Zoe... I don't know that I agree with keeping Zoe alive. But, you know, whatever floats the boat. I'm still concerned a little bit about this stun. So if we go here... Oh, that's a nice sunburst. That's a nice sunburst. I wonder if it's ever worth it to play the sunburst on the Baboon. We might just open. We might just open, right? Because the open still forces them to have to block with the Zoe. Okay, never mind. Well, no, he's still forcing the block with the Zoe, right? Seven mana. I kind of like the open. Just to let them level up that Zoe, but if the opponent has another Consider Strike, that's also a problem. That's a great draw. If the opponent has Leona, if they had Leona, I feel like they would have done it earlier. That's a great draw because it lets me stun one of their blockers. It's just unfortunate because this doesn't have 3 power, right? We could go Sunburst or we could go Sunhawk. Either way, I think it's a good play. The opponent could have their own Sunhawk though, so that is a different problem. Cool. Opponent is still forced to have one more unit to block us with. Otherwise, they still have to sacrifice their Zoe. Alright. So we attack with everything. As long as they don't level up their Zoe, then the whole time that they've been trying to protect that Zoe ends up going to waste, right? Opponent can have another single combat to kill this. But they have to still block with Zoe, even with the second single combat. Because they can chump block and single combat to kill this one. But they still lose their Zoe and they go down to 1 HP. It has to be exactly single combat to kill this rear guard, which means that they have to trade. I guess they could do the single combat in the Baboon. Yep, and there you go. They still lose the Zoe, so all that time that they worked on getting that Zoe almost leveled up ends up going to waste. And opponent's still down at 1 HP, which means that even my little Spiderling can just kill them. Or this. That's really good. That would have been so good last time, huh? Yeah, let's just go here. Force the opponent to have the Consider Strike or the single combat. That would be third single combat or second Consider Strike. Doesn't have it. So just like that, they lose their lifesteal. We're still 3 wide. Actually, we're going to be 6 wide. And we're going to have the Might. So we're going to be 6 wide and also have a Might available. Oh, look at that. We get an Overwhelm here. That's kind of funny. I'm going to go here instead of the Overwhelm. I think I prefer to have the extra health on this unit. And again, we're going to have the Might. We open attack. We win the game. So you just gotta was able to put so much pressure on the opponent that even though they were trying to level up that Zoe, it ended up not mattering. Their plan was obviously to level up Zoe and then be able to do the lifesteal unit. But yeah, GG's. In this match, we're going against Akshan Varus. We should be able to kind of like aggro them down. I might keep one House Spider. I might keep one House Spider if I don't have like anything else to kind of target with the Crimson Pigeon, we end up getting the Shield Bearer anyway, so we can just go Crimson Pigeon Shield Bearer. I think that's better than playing the House Spider. Opponent does have the Forsaken Bakai, so if the opponent does, of course. Yeah, I was gonna say, the opponent does get an equipment, then we have to just sacrifice this, right? We have to just go like this. I think that's because that's gonna die anyways. That's gonna die anyways next time when we try to attack with it. So might as well just take the damage out of it now and just call it a day. Let's go Shield Bearer. At least we get to push 3 damage here. Opponent does have a Darkener and an equipment in their hand. I guess it could be Varus technically, but I'm pretty sure it's just an equipment. Right? Varus doesn't make any sense.
We're not taking it.
Yeah, Varus wouldn't make any sense. We can just go House Spider, right? We can go House Spider, Crimson Pigeon. If the opponent attacks, we can just block. Because second Shield Bearer, have access to Pale Cascade, just continue to go wide. We can make a choice here between Rearguard and Pale Cascade, depending on what the opponent does. Okay, so it's definitely going to be Pale Cascade. It's definitely going to be Pale Cascade so that we can actually kill the Defector with the Pale Cascade if the opponent blocks anything that has 3 power. So by doing it this way, I'm forcing the opponent to have to block with something. Okay, at the very least, I'm forcing out the Momentous Choice out of here, and that's just as good as anything else. Interesting. Why not block? I don't know about why keep the Vagabond alive. I don't understand why this Vagabond being alive does anything for you. We can Shampoo if the opponent gets a little bit greedy. But it might just be better to go wide and then save the Shampoo for next turn. I guess the opponent has Furious Will there, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go wide first.
We deliver their end.
Take this damage. My guess is that the opponent has Furious Will. I'm gonna attack with everything first and set up the Shampoo for next turn. I know the opponent's gonna be able to block here, but then the opponent will potentially lose the barriers to the Shampoo, depending on how they block. We have a Might now as well, which is really nice. This is 5 plus 3, which is exactly 8. Just need to aggro them down. Need to aggro them down. If the opponent does nothing, I think I have to press OK here because the opponent still has access to Furious Welder, right? Could also have access to Unforgiving Cold, but if they had access to Unforgiving Cold, they wouldn't be blocking like this. Because they could freeze these 2 units. So the only thing I'm scared of is the Furious Welder. And then we can Shampoo. If the opponent tries to go for something first, like if they go the Furious Welder right now, then I'm willing to commit the Might. So I'm willing to commit this Might just to push this extra damage or force a second Furious Wielder out of the opponent. So this is forcing a second Furious Wielder out of them. There it is. Now here's our option. If we Shampoo, now, we're no longer pushing as much damage as we would have been, because the opponent is able to actually keep that unit alive. At least we killed the barriers though, and we got both Furious Wielders out of the way. Our opponent still just has the Vagabond in the field, which is not really doing anything for them. They still go down to 6. We can just Sun Guardian next turn. If I'm the opponent, I'm transferring over that Darky Bow. I'm surprised they didn't. Oh, that's even better. So this is exactly 10. We can go Sunhawk. The problem with the Sunhawk is that it's stunning the Vagabond, which is my best target. Okay, well, if the opponent lets me stun the Barrows, I guess that's slightly better. I guess stunning this doesn't matter anymore because it's not gonna die to the Shumpo. If the opponent plays Barrows, they just lose the game. They cannot tap out a Rally Negation. Yeah, I think they just lose here, right? We just stun, we Shumpo, we win. Ironically, if we play the Sun Guardian last time, we would have been better off. Because he would have gotten buffed up, but I couldn't have guessed that I was going to draw the Sunhawk. Yeah, we Shumpo here. That gives me the rally. Opponent doesn't have rally negation. Opponent actually dies. This is exactly 6, even if the opponent blocks the 2 top power unit. And to block that, they also have to sacrifice their Varus. And there we go. The only question mark there was committing the might, right? Because he did force the opponent to do the second Furious Wielder. But it could have been better off for me to just wait until after the opponent, after the attack. That way we actually kill the Vagabond. But I think I still like forcing both of the Furious Wielder there, because he taps them out of mana and he lets us kill the Varus with the Pull Cascade, right? So I think it was still a good choice. If they didn't have a second Furious Wielder, then we just win the game on the spot, because we can then rally after that and be able to just win anyway. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Master Yi and Riven. I think we could be a little bit faster than them. I kind of like the Raboon a lot. But we do have a pretty good hand here that I might just go Solari Princeum. Like, I'm looking for another 1-drop, I guess is what I'm getting at. And there we go. We get another 1-drop just like we were wanting to. So we can go rear guard, Solari, Princeum. I like putting the Crimson last so that the opponent has to not know that I have the Crimson in my hand. Okay, they play that anyways. So the Crimson's gonna die, but we still get to push 6 damage, which is what's important in this matchup. Just trying to push as much damage as early as possible. You always block the Crimson here. No need to put damage anywhere else. And there we go. 6 damage is 6 damage. We can play the Shield Bearer, and then next we can play the Sunhawk and stun their unit. Force the opponent to have to find a unit to block with. I don't think they have Riven, by the way, because I feel like if they had Riven, they would have already done it. But I think I like this Sunhawk a lot. Just get rid of the stun. I could have waited to have Leona on the field to play the Sunhawk, but I think I'm gonna grid it out here. Okay, so they do actually have the Riven, huh? So apparently they do have the Riven. They just decided not to play her last turn and instead play the Rune Weaver, which doesn't make any sense to me. We can stun their their highest unit with Leona, and then be able to do the Raboon to stun it again. If we get another Leona, then this will be clutch. Alright, so we go Leona. That way the opponent actually doesn't get the Riven value. Next time we play Raboon. Leona stuns again. We play the second Crimson Disciple. And the opponent's down to 7 and is forced to have to block with Master Yi and the 3-1. And we're gonna pull, right? We're gonna pull with the Leona having barrier. Unless the opponent has like a way to pull the Leona, then I think I'm fine. They might have a way to pull the Leona, right? If they have a Sonic Wave. So if they have Sonic Wave, that's the only way that they kind of come back into this game. It's not Sonic Wave. So it wasn't Sonic Wave, they're just gonna go for the Overwhelm.
Make these pieces whole.
Opponent's definitely not attacking, right? With the 3-1. Do they play the Elixir Wrath, I guess, right? That's the only punish to blocking the Rune Weaver with the Leona.
I know my purpose.
If they don't play that, I think I can block. Maybe they actually, wow, they don't even attack with Master Yi. What? What? Here's the thought. I think I like the Raboon better, right? Raboon is better than playing any of the other ones. Yeah, I mean, I was confused. Why didn't you do anything? You didn't attack. So now we just stun. Doesn't matter if you have the recall, because this is not a targeted stun, right? So it still goes through. All you do is actually just, you know, stop us from having Leona on the field. I wasn't gonna get another stun anyways. Oh, they get another stun. Okay, okay. That's cute. I think if I can force them to block with the Riven, I'm in a good spot. If I can force him to block with the Riven, I'm in a good spot. We have the Sunburst, we have the stun. Opponent is forced to open attack. That's a good hit by them. Opponent is forced to open attack regardless, right? It doesn't matter which way we do it. My unit's gonna die, so I think I'm just gonna go here. Yeah, it doesn't matter which we do. They don't even have to block with Riven here because they just go down to 3. But I don't think they're able to kill us, right? They have to commit more stuff. This is 4. This is gonna be 9 plus another 2. So they're not yet lethal range. They have to open. They have to open. They thought I had the might. They thought I had the might or the Reveler's Freeze. That's why they placed. That's why they pressed GG. They have to open, and if they open, I just play. If they don't open, I just play Leona. So I just play Leona to start with. The Master Yi now gets stunned. We play the Sunburst as well.
Your wish.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you live with that. I mean, I guess opponent has to actually first commit the 2 blades, right? I'm trying to debate if it's better to do the Sunburst now. I think I wait for them to commit cards first, right? Because they have to commit 2 spells. They have to commit 2 spells first to trigger the flow.
Fly to them on broken wings.
Here's my option. Yeah, see, they're forced to commit the 2 spells. Sunburst here or Sunburst here? I guess it's just Sunburst here, right? Protects me for a future turn. Then we can just go Sun Guardian. We stun 2 other units. And kind of go from there. Opponent gets the Dragon Link, but we have the barrier. We have Pale Cascade, so that any one of my units can actually present lethal. So they get 2 blockers. But one of them is going to go away because of the Guardian. So we go Guardian.
Defend our sacred
Then go Guardian again. Then have Pale Cascade, so that any of these guys can push the last 3 damage. We pull the Dragon Link with the Leona.
Your wish.
Yeah. This ended up being a Leona game, which is nice. We're way too wide. Opponent only has 1 card. I don't see how they win this. So, GG's. In this matchup, we're gonna against Teemo Caitlyn. Because we're a really fast deck, I think we should be okay against this Teemo Caitlyn. I'm gonna try to see if I can find a 1-drop. Oh, no 1-drop. We full mulligan and we don't get a 1-drop. That's a little bit unfortunate. My hand is also really accurate, right? We have some good units, but nothing. Oh, okay. This is really bad. Honestly, I'm like joking around, but this is really bad. We don't have a 1-drop. We don't even have like good 2-drops that we can set up for next turn. So like we're not really doing much, right? We're not really doing much, and it's a little bit of a problem. We can go Shield Bearer, and maybe we go Wandering Shepherd, but it's probably just better to go Sun Guardian because he's kind of pushing a little bit more damage. Yeah, I think it's probably just better to go Sun Guardian. This kill is nice though. Maybe the kill gets us there. I think I'm attacking with everything. Force the opponent to block with the Shield Bearer if they want to. We're gonna take a lot of Team Mushrooms here. So yeah, Mystic Shot, cool. We have Pale Cascade that will allow me to survive against. I guess I lose to a second Mystic, but at least I can block, knowing that I don't have to worry about Poke Stick. Is that worth it? Is that worth it? I don't know. I might just go. Okay, opponent doesn't even go for it, so I think I'm fine with that then. Okay, so opponent didn't even go for it. I'm gonna put this on this guy. Just because I know I can make him pretty big. The Overwhelm is not bad, because this Sun Guard is gonna get bigger and bigger, right? We can play the Kayle next turn. That's gonna make the Wandering Shepherd big enough. Then we can go Shumpo on turn on the next turn. Okay, opponent's gonna hit our Shumpo here. So now they know we have the rally. The Teemo's gonna level up, so I do need to start worrying about Teemo eventually. We have to just play the Kayle here. And maybe set up for the Shumpo. The problem is that the Shumpo doesn't really do anything for us next turn, right? The Kayle is still not leveled up. We have Pale Cascade, and the opponent knows that we do. This Overwhelm is really what matters. She gets Quick Attack. This guy's an Overwhelm. This opponent should start blocking with the Caitlyn. There's no reason why the opponent is trying to keep this Caitlyn alive. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's absolutely no reason to keep this Caitlyn alive. Yeah, you block more damage going here because you block 6 versus blocking 5. If you go like this, you're relying on the Flash Bomb to hit the Sun Guardian. I'm gonna take a lot of shroom damage. I guess I can kill the Teemo, right? We do have enough mana next to play Shampoo and also have access to the rear guard. The reason I don't like this Shampoo next turn is because of the fact that it doesn't actually level up my Kayle, right? So like, playing Shampoo when I don't even have Kayle level up doesn't even seem great, in my opinion. So I might just set up for like a big attack. Like I might just set up for like a big attack where we go Sunhawk. Can I just kill this Teemo right now though? I could also do that, but then again, I'm kind of like the chump one is able to block the Sun Guardian, which I don't like. I think we go here. I think we go Shield Bearer. We take the shrooms and just pretend that the shrooms don't matter.
Ooh, quite a collection.
Yeah, so we'll have to take the shrooms and pretend the shrooms don't matter.
I love to smell mushrooms in the
And just set up for Shampoo next time to actually get us there. That's gonna be a lot of puff caps.
Not for everyone.
We have two options. We can shear. We should probably just play this Protector right now. Yeah, we should probably just play this Protector right now. We can go Sunhawk to block to stop the chunk one. Okay, because we got this might. This might changes everything. I might just go for it here. I might just go for it this way because we have the might. Like, how does the opponent beat this? If we go Divine Judgment and we also have access to the might, Minimorph, I guess is one out. If we go here, Kayle goes all the way up to 12. We have the might to get her to 15. And that should be enough? Ah, they do have the minimum. Okay, so they do have the minimum, but the might should still get us there. Opponent has to block with the Teemo. If they play the Mystic Shot now, then I know I can just still do the might. Actually, they might survive through the might. No, if they block like this, they will lose to the might. No. They are... Oh, no, they're just gonna straight up die. Okay, so... The might does more damage if we do it on this girl. There is a risk that we hit... No, we don't have any flash bombs. So opponent's relying on the shrooms, right? 4? Yeah, not enough. So they do have the minimum, but by us committing the Kayle first, we get to buff everything else by +1, which I think is good enough to force the opponent to have to do that minimum, and then we're able to do the might. So, GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Ryze. So this is the type of matchup that we like, right? Because we're able to just kind of aggro them down. I don't even know that I don't even think I like the Leona. She could be pretty good though. I think my hand is good enough. Oh, opponent also kept 4 cards, so they have to have. I'm guessing they have to have the Eye of the Dragon, right? If they don't have Eye of the Dragon, then keeping the full hand makes no sense. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna keep the Leona just because it lets me potentially pull Lifesteal or the Eye of the Dragon away. This is gonna be dealing 6 damage to the opponent. Imagine if we had a Crimson Disciple here. It would be so nice, right? That would be like the dream hand. Unfortunately, we ended up drawing the second Leona, which it is a little bit awkward. If it's not the Shadow Revenge, then I think I'm chilling. Okay, so that's telling us that it's not gonna be the Shadow Revenge. We go here. We could just stun the lifesteal, which I think is worth it to try to progress our Leona even further. Because if we do the Sunhawk this turn and then we do Leona on turn 5, we can then go Sunhawk on turn 6 and have double the amount of stuns because we have another Sunhawk in our hand. So we go here. And that will stun the Dragonling. Keeping the lifesteal away. Shadow Madness. Okay, so the opponent gets the Wound Prison. A little bit annoying. Do we ever drop this Solaris Soldier here? I think we do. I think I like this damage. I think I like this extra damage from the Solaris Soldier. We attack with everything. Opponent could commit the Rune Prison right now.
Your lesson begins.
We can play Leona next turn if the opponent doesn't open attack. Yeah, that way we deal an additional 2 damage here. If the opponent doesn't open attack, we can just go Leona. Yep. You know that I have 2 champions in my hand now. Right? So the opponent knows that we have 2 champions in our hand. We can play Leona. Opponent has to open attack. The Morning Lights are not bad. Doesn't open attack, so loses the lifesteal again. Interesting. Not sure how I feel about this. Opponent now knows that we also have the Sunhawk with the Leona for next turn.
Sunlight lines.
Not sure how I feel about this opponent. Feels like they're playing a little bit too loose, right? They don't have another shard that they can play, so they don't get the Rune Prison. They don't even get the Rune Prison. We can go Morning Light to stun their units again, right? Yeah, I think next turn this is gonna be gross, right? So we play Sunhawk, stun both their units, or 2 of their units, sorry. I'm gonna replace it here. Yeah, so we get to stun 2 of their units. We have barrier on the next one. We can play Leona's Morning Light on the Sunhawk, allowing us to trigger the Daybreak effect, getting another stun, as well as getting +1/+1 on all our units, and then we can do it again with another Leona. Yep, so here we go. We're gonna do it on this one so that if the opponent actually bounces this one back, they're bouncing a unit that has 0 power and not bouncing back this other card. So we go like this. This triggers the stun on the Disciple. Opponent is forced to bounce this back, which again has 0 power, so it doesn't matter to us. And then we do the same thing again with the second Leona on the second Sunhawk. And there we go. Yeah, that's game. Opponent knows that they have no way to actually be able to stop this, just because they have no blockers and they're gonna have no mana after they recall. They didn't even get to, like, it doesn't work. So, GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Rumble and Sion. The stuns from Leona might actually help us out a lot in this matchup. At the same time, I kind of feel like I probably should go a little bit more aggressive. Like, am I going to rely on the stun from Leona? Because the opponent can always just open attack multiple times. I'm going to go more aggressive. I think I want to put more pressure on them early on, so that they actually cannot, you know, get to their win condition. We ended up drawing the Leona anyways, while having a much better hand in my opinion. No blockers. The rear guards are not blockers, so that is a little bit concerning. We're gonna go Twilight Protector here. The reason I'm gonna go Protector here is so that we can start advancing the Leona, so that we can just level her up. Opponent can trade with the rear guard, but that's okay. They're not trading with the Protector. Oh. They get the Scrappy Palooza too. That's nice. So we go here. We go second rear guard next turn. We go second Protector on turn 4. Ideally, nope. I was hoping I could get another Daybreak unit instead here. So the opponent's gonna have Rumble. So maybe it's actually better to go Protector here, because it is gonna buff everything anyways because of the Nightbreak effect. That way we push the 9. They're gonna go for the blocker, right? They just decided, they're like, okay, I need to have a blocker. The good thing about this is that the opponent just used cards that they might have preferred to actually use for Rumble, right? So now we go here, attack with everything. We still push 6. We'll go ahead with the Sun Guardian. We can go Leona first. The problem is that Leona is not leveled up just yet, right? So we need to high roll. Yeah, that's the Rumble. Vision, and the Mech. Whew. They got regen, so at least it's not a good keyword, so we can still chump block because the opponent doesn't have the Sion, right? Okay, perfect. We have the one drop, right? So what we need to do here, we need to go Leona first. Or maybe we don't go Leona first. Maybe we just go Raboon first. Yeah, maybe we go Raboon first. Leona second. Solaris Soldier third. That way Leona is gonna be leveled up. Maybe the opponent decides to kill this Raboon because of this. Okay, no, it's focus stick. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot now, right? We're in a very good spot here because again we can go Leona, and because we ended up top decking the Solaris Soldier, we're fine. I got that from Bomber Twins. They have another main deck card that we haven't seen, so they have 2 cards that I need to worry about. We go Leona here. That removes the spell shield. Then the Solaris Soldier will actually stun the Rumble. And we also have the Shumpo now, so we can actually go Solaris Sunhawk and then Shumpo next turn. We could have Lethal this turn, by the way, if we decide not to pull the Rumble. I am concerned that if I don't pull the Rumble, though, I'm gonna just die to like a Might or like a random Overwhelm. So that's one thing that concerns me. So this is lethal because it's gonna be 11, 14. Yeah, so if we pull the Bomber Twins, we play around the Whirling Death, right? If we don't pull the Rumble, we play the Bomber Twins, and the opponent doesn't have enough. The opponent only could have, I guess, it could have double Whirling Death, and that will save them. But that means that next turn we don't have to worry about anything that they might have. So yeah, aggression ended up being better than trying to play it slow. So that's why I kind of mulligan for that as aggressiveness like this. So GG's. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed today's games. Aggro things, right? Aggro things. We didn't get to see any super cool kill games out there, but I swear there are times where it does actually work, right? And I think the closest that we got was when we ran against the Teemo Caitlyn, where if it wasn't for the mini morph, Kayle kind of actually could have leveled up in the next turn. But you know, the idea with Kayle though is just that pressure, right? The pressure that you can put by buffing up all your other units, forcing the opponent into a lot more awkward trades, because now all your units have an additional +1 power that stays permanently because it is a grant. So the Kayle and Leona kind of end up being more of kind of like support tools to just make your already wide board even better. Overall though, you kind of see what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for all these early windups. The Crimson Pigeon is a completely busted card and probably one of the best cards that Naxos got gotten recently. So you want to be able to get Rear Guard, Solaris Soldier, and Crimson Pigeon, because that will let you, like, even if you're only pushing 6 damage on turn 2, that's still good enough to kind of give you the advantage, so that then you can later on finish up between your might and your stunts and being able to just go wide. You kind of saw like a lot of the games that we won, it came to really just one unit being able to kind of go over the opponent, or else being able to be kind of like a little bit wider than them, and that's kind of what you're looking for where you are playing this deck. Aside from that, I mean, there's not a lot more that can be said about this. Again, it plays very closely to the Katarina Leona. I said that now we're just playing Kayle instead for the additional buff, and because Katarina is a lot more easy to remove, so that's why I kind of end up doing it, liking it this way. We even got to see the Chumpo actually winning us a game against that Akshan Varus, so you're gonna see where that rally can also come in clutch. It can be really nice as well, because obviously you can use it after you stun the opponent's board with Leona or Sunhawk, which is again is what you're looking for, to be able to push the damage through. Aside from that though, I don't think I have any other cool advice with this deck. Again, it's just kind of early aggression and then transition to a mid-range. So hope you enjoy the deck when you try it out, and if you do and you also enjoy this video, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream every now and then, and you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for some Silver Jacks fun.